Dear friends, welcome to our Dr. Vet channel. I am Dr. P.R. Patel, Professor Head, Veterinary Medicine. We have already seen the osteomyelitis part 1. Here we will see part 2. In part 2, we will discuss clinical findings, differential diagnosis, treatment, and complications of osteomyelitis. Osteomyelitis is an important disease of bone, and frequently veterinarians get cases of osteomyelitis in the field also. Let us see here the clinical findings of osteomyelitis. In acute osteomyelitis, there is fever, lameness, local swelling, and pain at the site of swelling. In chronic cases, these above signs are also there, and there is purulent drainage also. We will see details later on. The general signs observed are fever, restriction of limb movement because of pain, and there is lameness. There is generalized soft tissue swelling and inflammation at the site of infection. Pain on palpation of the affected area. The degree of pain depends on the inflammation. In some of the cases, there is chronic persistent drainage. There is secondary muscular atrophy of the affected limb. Because of the pain, the movement of limb is restricted. So muscle activity is also less. And because of less muscle activity, there is muscle atrophy of the affected muscles. We continue here clinical findings. There are important local signs for the diagnosis of disease. Clinicians find all signs of the inflammation. Calor means the particular part is hot. Rubor, that part is red because of the inflammation, because of the erythema also. There is dolor, means affected part shows pain and tenderness, and there is swelling and edema called a tumor. So all signs of inflammation are present locally. In some of the cases, pus discharges into surrounding tissue, causing a cellulitis or phlegm of the surrounding tissue. The cellulitis or phlegm is an acute inflammation of dermis, subcutaneous tissue, soft tissue. There is spreading and pyogenic pus under the skin or inside the body. This is the dangerous situation. Cellulitis is a little bit severe one. There is pus subcutaneously, and it is characterized by severe local pain, a severe erythema. There is severe swelling also, and the affected part is hot. Sometimes on palpation, if there is gas, there is crepitating sound. On pressure, the part feels a puffy like things. In some of the cases, pus discharges to the outside through a sinus. It is a tract discharging pus from inside of the lesion to the outside, and this condition will persist for a very long period. The affected bone is swollen, it is rarefied, become weak, and may fracture very easily. We continue clinical findings. If there is involvement of the jaw bones, there is pain at the jaw and distortion of the jaw, and that causes difficulty in prehension of food and mastication of food. If there is involvement of the vertebral bodies, so in this case there is secondary involvement of the meninges, and sometimes there is meningitis also, and symptom is paralysis. If there is involvement of the limb bones, there is lameness, local swelling. In the field, there is cervicothoracic vertebrae osteomyelitis is observed in calves. In this condition, there is involvement of the vertebrae from cervical 6 to thoracic 1. The calves find difficulty in raising. Pain can be elicited on manipulation of the neck. Just by holding by neck, the animal feel pain. And in this condition, the organisms isolated are Salmonella dublin. It is very commonly isolated from such lesions. Let us see clinical pathology. For the diagnosis, clinician has to aspirate a fluid or pus from the bone. Prepare a smear, stain with the appropriate stain, and examine under the microscope for the presence of cells and organism. Clinician can identify the organism even by culture also. There is elevated WBC count and neutrophilia. On culture of blood, if there is hematogenous osteomyelitis, that is because of septicemia or bacteremia. On culture shows the positive for the bacteria. The radiographic examination also helps for the proper diagnosis. Radiographic changes observed are there is a necrotic sequestrum initially. The sequestrum means some isolated mass which is devoid of the circulation. There is new bone formation around the sequestrum, and there is loss of bone density. The bone become rarefied. Here we will see differential diagnosis. Just like osteomyelitis, the other similar disease also show some of the similar signs. They require to be differentiated. The list is here. Cellulitis, acute suppurative arthritis, healing fracture, traumatic periosteitis or osteitis, bone tumor, nutritional osteodystrophy, infection of bone due to external trauma and fracture, and tuberculosis. These diseases can be differentiated by proper examination of preparation of smear, blood culture, and radiographic examination helps to a great extent to differentiate these diseases from osteomyelitis. Here we will see the treatment of osteomyelitis. There is general treatment, give sufficient nutrition to the animal, and a supportive therapy to provide quality life to the animal and comforts the animal. Important treatment is antibiotic therapy for a long time, long period, 10 or 15 days. Some cases require surgical treatment. For example, chronic osteomyelitis, it requires surgical treatment. Here, the long-term infection or extensive bone necrosis occurs. Treatment is long period antibiotics, surgery to remove the sequestered mass, surgery to remove devitalized tissue, and remove sinus tracts. We continue treatment. Surgical treatment of septic fasciitis that also require surgical treatment. In this, there is surgical debridement of necrotic tissue, means surgically removal of the necrotic tissue. Necrotic tissue must be removed completely. Then there is implantation of homologous cancellous bone grafts that require technique. Continue antimicrobial therapy for 2 weeks or more, and that is highly successful. Some not responding cases require amputation of the limb. It is infrequently performed. If there is malignancy, if there is permanent nerve paralysis, or when the limb become completely non-functional, in such cases, amputation is recommended. When the osteomyelitis become a chronic case, if timely not treated, or some of the cases even after treatment also, it shows a complications. Here I have mentioned the complications. Chronic osteomyelitis, it become a chronic case, not responding at all. Septic arthritis, infection may extend to the joints. Septicemia, the infection from local site of osteomyelitis spread to the entire body via hematogenous route. And this foci of infection may get lodged into the any organ like brain, lungs, liver, joints, etc. and may create another problem. Frequently observed pathology is pathologic fracture and metastatic infection spread all over the body. The case become very serious. Friends, share this information to veterinarians and veterinary students because such condition veterinary officers come across in the field so they can get knowledge. To support this channel, requested to subscribe this channel. Thank you very much for observing this video.